to find out if we can use this $20 adapter in place of this $100 adapter for setting up a Samsung Dex workstation. Hi, I'm Orman Beckles, and if you're just joining me for the first time, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the Samsung Dex dock. If you want to find out more about what the Samsung Dex software can and can't do, I'll put a link to my very detailed hands-on video up above. Today I want to talk about the hardware part of this, which is the actual Samsung Dex dock. This is actually the first version that came out. It includes two USB-A connectors, an Ethernet connector, an HDMI connector, and a connector for power. Now, starting with the Note 9, a lot of people say, hey, just get yourself a USB-C to HDMI cable and a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse and you're good to go. And technically, that is a correct statement. However, in practice, I found using a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse on a prolonged basis just doesn't cut it. It's just too laggy. In addition, when I'm at my desk, I want my phone charging so that when I get up and go, I have as near to a full battery as possible. So when I started looking for Samsung Dex dock alternatives, it had to have three things. 1, an HDMI connector for the monitor. 2, at least one USB-A connector so I can plug in a wireless keyboard as opposed to a Bluetooth keyboard. And 3, a USB-C connector so I can plug power into it so that it'll charge my phone while I'm using it. Okay, here's the first cable that I took a look at. As you can see, it has all three of my basic requirements: an HDMI connector, a USB-C connector, a USB-A connector. Now, this is not uncommon, and it took me a while to find out exactly what's going on here. HDMI has a built-in anti-piracy copy protection. And what happens is when two HDMI devices are connected together, they go through this ritual handshake known as the HDMI handshake. If during this handshake something is even slightly off, the signal is blocked and audio and video ceases until the handshake is established correctly. And herein lies the problem. Some devices are much more finicky about this handshake than others. In some cases, it's the quality of the cable or the adapter, but in most cases, it's just how those devices seem to talk to each other. This will explain that when you start looking for adapters and you look in reviews, some people love it and some people hate it. It all depends upon the device that's being connected. Here's a second design, and this one seems to work just fine. So the bottom line is, yes, we can use these Samsung Dex dock alternative. Units that I've tried with a Samsung Galaxy Note 9 are below. If you do get a different unit and you get that blinking, at least you now know what it is, and it means you're just going to have to try something from a different manufacturer. I'm happy to announce we now have a Patreon page. Here you'll find oodles and oodles of hands-on videos, as well as my recommendation for certain programs and equipment. Until the next time, this is Orman Beckles, the High Tech Nomad, signing out.